Bonjour. I hope today finds you healthy and happy. I definitely miss you guys. Just some reminders with our distance learning. Please adjust the volume as needed. You can also pause or rewind this video whenever necessary. Please make sure that you are participating fully. For example, if your partner is not there, it is your responsibility to find one. Make sure that you are following our classroom rules, and as always with the guest teacher, no hall pass, no phones, and no Chromebook unless it's for a specific activity like our tiny cards. So let's go ahead and get started on our Chromebooks today. So ouvrez vos Chromebooks s'il vous plaît et allez sur tinycards.duolingo.com. tinycards.duolingo.com. Today our lesson on tiny cards is 1U6.05. Again, we're going to tinycards.duolingo.com. Going to do the tiny card sets for 1U6.05. Guest teacher, please pause this video and set a timer for 5 minutes for students to work on tiny cards. OK, bien, merci. Fermez vos Chromebooks, s'il vous plaît. Fermez vos Chromebooks et ouvrez vos agendas. Ouvrez vos agendas, s'il vous plaît. Today's I can that you should be writing down is I can state how I am getting there. I can state how I am getting there. Make sure today we'll also need colored pencils, as well as you're going to need a scratch piece of paper instead of a whiteboard. Okay, so make sure all of our groups have colored pencils, and then everyone's going to need preferably a lined scratch piece of paper to do some sentence writing on, and that you will turn in at the end of class today. So our I can is I can state how I am getting there. Having Chromebooks is a privilege. It's something that you check out from the library. And just like a library book, you shouldn't write on, destroy, or ruin the Chromebook, just like you wouldn't do that with a library book. Chromebooks should remain shut unless being used for classwork. Chromebooks are to be used for classwork only, so no video games or other activities. If you do finish a French activity in class and you have a lot of time, you may use your Chromebook to work on a French site like Tiny Cards, Duolingo, or Lingvist. And always remember, when the timer goes off, fermez vos Chromebooks. You are always welcome to charge your Chromebooks in class. This is one reason we need to be respectful of the supplies and things that we have. So don't play with the charging cables or the outlets. We need to keep these nice so that we can all have Chromebooks, because Chromebooks are way more fun than textbooks. OK, une révision. Répétez, s'il vous plaît. Répétez. Au stade. Au café. Au cinéma. Au centre commercial. Au restaurant. Au magasin. Au parc. Au skatepark. À l'école. À la bibliothèque. À la piscine. À l'intérieur. Dehors. Chez moi. Chez mon ami. Chez McDo. Excellente. Alors maintenant, on va faire vos focus dans vos paquets. Donc, ouvrez vos paquets, s'il vous plaît. Ouvrez vos paquets. Today, what are these locations in French? So make sure you write down the date. In French for me, aujourd'hui c'est, and then the day of the week. Le, the number, and then the month. And then what are these locations in French? You have 6 of them. Guest teacher, please pause the video and give students 2 minutes only to work on deciding what these locations are in French and writing it down in their packet. Okay, let's see how you did identifying locations. Number 1, you should have au stade. Number 2, you should have au centre commercial. Number 3, au magasin. Number 4, à la bibliothèque. Number 5, à la piscine. And number 6, au café. So go ahead with those colored pencils, color in your traffic light rouge, jaune, ou vert. I can identify locations. Rouge, I don't get it yet. I need some help. Jaune, I can do this with my notes. Vert, I can do this all by myself. Okay, let's talk about young people and their smartphones. I don't remember what year this is from, but according to it, 79.2% of youth in France have a smartphone. 52.2% use Android. 65.9% discover new apps when they're looking in the App Store. 46.7% of youth are interested with notifications that give them like practical information, like stuff like the weather or the news, which might be a little bit different than you and your peers. Okay, let's look at our modes of transportation. Répétez, s'il vous plaît. À vélo. À pied. En voiture. En bus. En avion. En train. En métro. En bateau. En taxi. À moto. Okay, bien en anglais, s'il vous plaît. En anglais, à moto. By motorbike, good. Motorcycle, scooter kind of idea. And we're en taxi en anglais. By taxi, excellent. En bateau. By boat, très bien. En métro. Metro, good. So another word we use for metro would be like the subway. Like we talk about the New York subway. So in Paris, it's called the métro. En train. By train, good. En avion. Excellent. En bus. Good. And no, they don't have double-decker buses there unless they're tour guide buses. This is just one of those cool English ones. En voiture. Bien, by car. À pied. By foot. So pied means foot. So that means we're walking. You're going somewhere by foot. It means you're walking. À vélo. By bike. Excellent. Encore une fois en français. Répétez, s'il vous plaît. Répétez. À vélo. À pied. En voiture. En bus. En avion. En train. En métro. En bateau. En taxi. À moto. Ok, alors ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça ou ça va mal? Ça va bien pour la plupart? Alors, Tournez à la page 11, s'il vous plaît. Tournez à la page 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Tournez à la page 11, s'il vous plaît. Okay, on page 11, you have a lot of boxes, and they are empty right now. And you are going to fill these boxes with these 6 modes of transportation listed and your own picture, okay? So you need to label and draw a picture to represent each mode of transportation. So we're going to do à pied, à vélo, en voiture, en bus, en train, and en avion. And then please note you are going to be writing sentences in your boxes later, so make sure that you do have room in your boxes for that. So these pictures need to be labeled. Yes, they can be stick figures. And yes, they do need to be colored. None of this black and white boring business from you people. I want to see some color. Remember, your brains do better with exciting, different, interesting pictures. So guest teacher, please pause this video, set a timer for students to work for 10 minutes. On page 11 in their packet, they should be drawing 6 different pictures and having them labeled in French. Ok, bien. Répétez, s'il vous plaît. En bateau. En taxi. À vélo. À pied. En voiture. En bus. En avion. En train. En métro. Excellente. Alors, répétez s'il vous plaît. Je vais aller à l'école en bus. Je vais aller à l'école en bus. Good. So what are we saying? Tell your partner. I'm going to school by bus. Good. Let's do it with our elbow partner. Alors, répétez. Je vais aller au centre-ville en train. Je vais aller au centre-ville en train. Good. So centre-ville means downtown. So go ahead, turn, and tell your elbow partner what that means we're saying in this sentence. Good. I'm going to go downtown by train. Bien. Alors, répétez. Je vais aller chez McDo à pied. Je vais aller chez McDo à pied. Okay, go ahead. Tell your elbow partner what that means in English. I'm going to go to McDonald's by foot. Good. Or I'm going to walk to McDonald's. Alors, répétez. Je vais aller au centre commercial en voiture. Je vais aller au centre commercial en voiture. Good. So how are we going to go to the mall? By car. Excellent. Are we getting this? Ça va? Excellent. Très bien. Alors, bien. Répétez. À vélo. À pied. En voiture. En bus. En avion. En train. En métro. Bien. Alors, on va parler avec votre partenaire d'œil, d'accord? Donc, on va parler avec votre partenaire d'œil. If you're the eyeball partner on the left, you're always going to have the left. If you're the eyeball partner on the right, you are always going to have what's on the right. So we're just going to ask, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? What are you going to do? And our eyeball partner is going to tell us, je vais aller à la piscine, or wherever they're going to go, and they're telling us how they are getting there. If you want to be silly, you can be. Otherwise, you can think, okay, like swimming pool. There's a swimming pool in my RV park, so I'm going to go by foot. Or for me, I would have to go by car, en voiture. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice this one together. Répétez. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Je vais aller à la piscine. À pied. Good. So we're asking, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? They're going to answer saying where they're going, how they're getting there. Avec votre partenaire deux. Eyeball partner on the left side is asking in 3, 2, 1, go. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? 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 Alors, ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça ou ça va mal? Ça va bien pour la plupart. Excellente. Alors, bien, répétez. À vélo, à pied, en voiture, en bus, en avion, en train, en métro. Excellent. Okay, so instead of using our whiteboards, we're going to be using that scratch paper we talked about. So I would like you to write sentences about how you are getting to each event. And for these ones, I want you to be realistic. So no, you cannot fly to the school dance. Okay, you have to tell me realistically how you would get there, okay? So what are our sentences going to start with? They're going to start with je vais aller, and then the location, and then how you're getting there. If you're feeling fancy, those of you going for 4s, if you want to go ahead and start adding extra details, go for it. If not, I just want the basic. Je vais aller à la danse à pied. Je vais aller au concert en bus. Je vais aller à la soirée en voiture, etc. Okay, guest teacher, please pause the video, set a timer for students to work for 6 minutes on their scratch piece of paper that they're going to turn in. They should be writing sentences in French about how they are going to get to each event. And each of those sentences should start with je vais aller. Alors, ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça ou ça va mal? Ça va bien? Say super facile. Kiss those brains. You guys got it. Alors, let's make it harder. Répétez. Aller. Revenir. Aller. Revenir. Okay, bien. Aller means to go. Revenir means like to come back or to return. Okay? So, aller, we're going. Revenir, we're coming back. So, we're going to practice. One partner is going to say, je vais aller to a location, and they're going to tell you how. And the other one's going to say je vais revenir, and they're coming back to a location, and they're going to tell you how they're getting there. So, for example, répétez. Je vais aller au stade en bus. Je vais revenir au café à pied. So they don't necessarily have anything to do with each other. We're just going to practice using je vais aller and je vais revenir, the location and our mode of transportation. So this speaking, we're going to go ahead and do with our elbow partner. Okay, and if you are the elbow partner who's closer to the front, closer to the screen, you're always going to have the right side. And if you are the elbow partner that is farther away from the screen, you're always going to have that left side. So our elbow partner that's further in the back in the classroom, you're starting with je vais aller au stade. 3, 2, 1, go. Au parc et au centre commercial. Aller au cinéma. And remember, your answers aren't necessarily related. We're just kind of practicing our aller and revenir. So, je vais revenir à la piscine. Aller au magasin. Revenir chez mon ami. Ça va? Ça va comme ci, comme ça? I know, kind of weird. Bear with me. Alors, répétez. Aller, revenir. Okay, I know some of you noticed these are kind of funny. We were going to a place and we were returning to a place. So to the, we've been doing this, but we haven't formally learned it. So for those of you who need to know, here it is. So normally, le, la, and les mean the. When we add to it, so an A with an apostrophe in French, or an accent. Sorry, apostrophe is when we're putting it in our keyboards. A plus le turns into O. A plus la is à la, like à la piscine, that one we know. A plus les turns into O, A-U-X. And A plus L apostrophe is still A L apostrophe. You can also say from the, so like you could be returning from the store, returning from the movies if you wanted to. And so that would use de for from. So de plus le turns into do. De plus la turns into de la. De plus les turns into des. And de plus L apostrophe is de L apostrophe. So these you're not going to be tested on, like it's not required, but for those of you who want to get more specific, more detailed, like I'm going to the movies, I'm returning from the movies to my house or whatever, if you want to do that kind of stuff, you can start doing that. So from the, do, de la. So let's take a look at these. So we've learned au skate park. So like do that at the skate park. What if we want to say from the skate park? From the skate park. Are we going to use du, de la, des? It's going to be do. Du skate park, from the skate park. À la bibliothèque means to the library. So de la bibliothèque means from the library. À l'école means to the school. De l'école, from the school. And then chez McDo, to McDonald's. Chez McDo, from McDonald's. When it's a chez one, it doesn't change. Ça va. If you're ça va comme ci, comme ça, you're like, what the heck, Miss Carol, that's fine. It's my A++ people. You know who you are, and you know you wanted to know it, so now you know. Okay? If you're not sure and you're one of those A++ people, watch this again. It's on YouTube. Alors, répétez, s'il vous plaît. À vélo, à pied, en voiture, en bus, en avion, en train, en métro, aller. Okay, scratch paper, get it out. I have 4 sentences started for you. I need you to complete them with how you are getting there. If you are feeling fancy, want to add extra details, go for it. So, je vais aller à la danse, decide how are you getting to the dance, and so on. And then our next set, we'll practice je vais revenir, but I just want you getting used to writing the sentences because you're going to be needing to do that for your Unit 6 assessment. So guest teacher, please pause this video. Give students 5 minutes to work on their scratch paper, completing these sentences, making sure they're using their mode of transportation that they learned today. Alors, répétez s'il vous plaît. Revenir. Okay. Notice we have the do's and the de las. So, je vais revenir du film. I'm going to come back from the film. Je vais revenir du match de basket. I'm going to come back from the basketball game. Je vais revenir du concert. Je vais revenir de la fête. You're going to tell me how. If you're feeling fancy, you can add more details. Like you can tell me what time you're coming back from the movies. You could tell me what time you're coming back from the concert or who you're coming back from the concert with, okay? But make sure you're putting in that mode of transportation. And generally, like if you're adding extra details, it's probably going to be at the end your mode of transportation, okay? So same thing, we're on your scratch paper. You're going to make sure you turn it in with your name on it first and last, please and thank you. I'll like you even more if you put your class number on there as well. The guest teacher is going to pause our video, give you 5 minutes to work on these sentences. And again, if you're feeling fancy, go ahead, push yourself, add some more details, see how big and descriptive sentences you can make. Ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça, ou ça va mal? Ça va bien pour la plupart? Excellent. That is it today. You guys have earned a well-deserved break. Make sure you know how you are getting places, those modes of transportation, and tomorrow we're going to work on adding some more details. Great job, and I'll see you then.